everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Shoe Podcast, the only sneaker podcast that demands an explanation as to why there's still mosquitoes in November. It's late enough in the year. We can be done with them. And listen, if you need to know who's talking to you, I'm your bothered co-host, Ryan Landry.
I'm your uncomfortably hot co-host, Tanner Young.
Just came back from the week-long vacation. That's where, we took a little week off there. And nothing like coming back from the crisp, cool California air to the... Yeah. It wasn't awful when we got back here, but the second a mosquito bit me, I was like, what are we doing? It's too late in the year for this to be happening.
It's like, here's the thing. If the conspiracy theory is true, that there's a machine that controls the weather and the government's doing it, just make it colder.
just turn the knob a little bit.
Make it colder.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be upset. Okay. Make it colder. Also, can we stop changing the time? Because it's 4:30 and it's dark and I can't handle it.
So this is a great point. This is something we haven't talked about. Our first year as dog owners, not like the family dog growing up, but our own dog. Mm-hmm. Does your dog not understand daylight savings time? Like I'm sure our dog and any other dog doesn't.
How do you mean?
Because we take her for a morning walk, an afternoon walk, and then meals she kind of grazes. She's not very food motivated, but like the walks are like she's on a schedule. And trust me, when she comes to our bed in the morning and is like, it's 6, but my body tells me it's 7 and it's walking time.
Gotcha. No, Jolene, she, to be fair, not taking her on any walks. She's a pretty fat and old dog.
She's a nugget. She's a nugget at this point.
No, she's unbothered. Child, however, does seem bothered.
Okay.
Does seem bothered because we walk out of school and it's pitch black outside. Yeah. He's like, hold on. No sun means it's time for bed, but I'm nowhere near tired for bed. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I know it's not nighttime, but then it's also dark outside, which makes him tired.
You're like, buddy, stick it out for like 6 months here, and then we'll get back to the good schedule. You know?
And hopefully we stick to it. We stick to it.
I'm with you. Let's put an end to it. So here we are once again, sneakers. If this is your first time checking out our podcast, shout out to you. If you're watching over on YouTube, hit the subscribe button real quick. Go ahead and take a second. I dare you. Right down the barrel of the lens. I dare you. I dare you to do it.
I'm double dog there.
It would take a second, and it would actually really help us. Or if you're listening on one of the podcast listening platforms, make sure you're following us. Leave that little review. You can wait till the end if you want to leave it if you want, but you can just 5-star speed run it at the beginning if you want as well. That's fine. Yeah.
Hi, Mom. If you're listening, I already did the 5-star review.
Yep. There you go.
Well,
your mom's a loyal listener. Oh, from her phone.
She did. She actually did say she was listening.
Okay. Hey. Yeah. Shout out to you.
Yeah. She was like, I listen to podcasts, and I was like, it's not like any other podcast you listen to, but I'll gladly I'll make you follow us.
You want a sticker? We got stickers.
We do. I should give my mom some stickers.
Please. Wow. The fact that you're holding out on her.
Well, she's not a sticker lady. I don't think so. She didn't really put stickers on a lot of stuff. My dad, however, you've seen the shed door. You've seen the shed door.
Shoes. We got to talk about stickers. That's a whole other podcast episode we could do there. So here today to talk about the sneakers coming out in the month of November. Like we said, we missed last week because I was out on vacation. So a little bit later in the month coming out. But I think from the preview that I've seen, one of the first good months in a while, which based on the past couple years of doing the podcast, November, December typically picks up a lot, I think, for the last 2 months of the year.
That gift-giving season, you already know you're ready to spend money because it's time to buy gifts. So
yeah,
it's a little easier when they start dropping heat.
There we go. So let's go ahead and let's look at the list together. We're just going to scroll through the calendar here and just kind of talk about whatever catches our eye. Let's see. Hey, there we go. So starting off on November 8th, because that's the day that we're recording this. This one caught my eye. These Dunk Lows. They actually had these at Shakeback. Shout out Sneaker Politics. Just this past Sunday. They look good in person. I like all the materials on them. Definitely kind of giving me some Dr. Huxtable vibes here.
I was gonna say that some college professor. I mean, it's got the tweed. Yeah. You see a tweed jacket, you just think PhD.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you're like, this person's educated, this person's smart. But yeah, I love the corduroy and tweed on these.
They look good.
I wish we'd kind of lean in a little bit more to the brown than the brown and navy.
Blue,
but
yeah.
It's not bad. It's not a bad shoe.
No, I get the whole concept of it. Like, I can really see everything they were going with. But I agree. I would maybe, like a darker tan, khaki, rather than the blue or the, that kind of dark navy. But I do really like it. I think the corduroy check does well against the blue. So there are a lot of things where I like this aspect of the shoe, but I also wish you had done something different. But I don't know if that's something different would have been just seems like a lot of navy
and corduroy all the way down to the sock liner too. So that's,
cozy,
a little premium. I know, cozy on these. I like the big, like embroidered text on the back. It's not flat against it. Yeah. This is a good looking one. I really liked these in person when I saw them.
Well, I'm glad they transfer well in person, because that's always the tough one. But hey, that's the perk of Shakeback.
Exactly. You go see everything in person. Get a little chance at the shoes. All right. So we got the Adidas Simpsons collection coming out here. You got the Homer, the NMD G1 Low, the living room. I think that's a real cute take on it. All the colors of it. I want to see what's on the toe of these. Oh, it's the whole group available as one. So let's see. Oh, they say woo-hoo, because that's what he says.
Yeah. NMD trying to bring it back, resurface.
Good on them. Good on them for
yeah. I mean, it looks like it's a new silhouette.
Oh, look at the chenille on the toe.
Wow.
Like the rug.
The little rug. And then the painting for the tongue.
Yeah. This is a good time for me to mention early in the episode, I'm also coming off a little sickness here, so apologies for the coughing. But yeah, I think this is a real good take on it. Who did a couple of years ago? Was it Vans that did the Ned Flanders shoe? And I really liked that one as well.
I'm pretty sure it was. That was a good one. I thought that was a good take on Simpsons. This one is fantastic. I really like this one.
Yeah. But then, oh, hang on.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to.
Where's that sock liner? Well, we got a little quilted there on the inside of the leather. I like the buttons on a couch, maybe.
Couch, yeah.
Okay. Dang.
Wow.
All right. Hey, good job on
this
detail. One. But then we got to talk about the Addy foam here, that I thought was a mock-up. It looked like the locked character on a video game, where like you hadn't got it yet. Just from the side shot, I was like, oh we're trying to we're hiding it here. But no, it's a foam clog, so it's just got that all over cloud print, which,
I mean, to be fair, I think for the box cool.
It's like you see the box, you're like, okay, box cool.
I mean, I would say a good shoe for this. Like, I think it looks fairly well. I think this is a good, just like, yep, you got something around the house, run into the the Walgreens, the CVS right down the road. You're not, going out and about with this, because pretty hard pull. But I'm ready to see some fashion heads with this.
Get a fit
on the
off?
Instagram Explorer page. What's coming.
This is also kind of like dually giving Toy Story Andy's bedroom walls vibe,
Very true. Very true.
So I like that about them, is that
really go one way.
You could, it's Simpsons if you want it to be, but if not, like, it's a good, just like sort of cloud pattern on it.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's where I'm gonna start getting grumpy early in the episode here. Right? We got the Wales Bonner Adidas Samba collection, and we talked about this like a couple episodes ago. It was just a general topic, not this specific collaboration, but I'm just getting tired of seeing collaborations where they release 4 shoes at the same time. And I feel like it just kind of takes away from it a little bit. I guess you could say, I mean, the difference with like the Adidas Simpsons here, different silhouettes, different, real strong, different motifs. This is just like kind of, different materials and swaps and stuff like this. But
I agree. It's odd when you do a pack and the pack, it's just one silhouette, multiple colorways, or same colorway on multiple silhouettes. Like, there's really no, it doesn't feel like there was a need to do it. And it just seems like it's one of those things where it's like, you're just kind of like filling a contract obligation type thing.
And sometimes what they do with like these multi-silhouette collaborations is they have all the different release methods, where it's like one is going to be exclusive on the Confirmed app and one is only going to be at Wales Bonner retail. And it's like, we just need one, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm also make it fun.
Yeah. But, I'm also just not like, I'm not big on the Wales Bonner wave. There's an ocean pun in there somewhere, I'm sure, but, it's not for me,
No, I feel you.
Moving on. Classic New Balance 550s, just the black and white and then the white on whites.
Not bad.
Otherwise, no, not at all. These Corduroy Air Maxes that were supposed to be some sort of a pack that we talked about last month or month before, that still good.
Guys coming out.
Yeah.
I really like the 97. I would actually like the 97, but to be fair, it's just like, hey, do you like the Wotherspoons?
Kind of we have Wotherspoons at home.
Yeah. I think the colors, I really like the colors on this one. I think this one actually, I think the colors go well. Giving me kind of like Thanksgiving vibes.
Okay.
I feel like, maybe something. But I remember seeing these and I actually liked the 97s.
More than the 90s.
Yeah. I just think that kind of the silhouette of the 97 works really well. Again, obviously, when you look at like the materials and how those colors flow, it's hard not to see Wotherspoon. Like I think if you saw these in public, you would do a double take and you'd be like, nope, that's not it.
Nope, false alarm.
Yeah, but I really like that, and I love that color. That is like the mudguard going along for that. So
yeah,
I'm actually kind of excited about these because I feel like these would be an easy pickup.
I would think so as well. Keep your eye out here. I'm seeing notes on the overscreen here. Sides run women. So just be careful if you're going online. Yeah, if you're not going in store to get them, keep that in mind when you get them. Yeah. Now let me ask you something. Is this something you're excited about here? The 25th anniversary of the Nike Air Max Plus. I know these are getting some conversation online, I think, among big Air Max Plus fans, but that wasn't really ever an era that I partook in.
Let me tell you what, if you live in New York City.
Let me stop you and tell you what. I know anytime you come out with a let me tell you what, I'm like, here comes the spiciest take anyone's ever heard. Go ahead, resume.
If you live in New York City, like fashion head, then you're going to eat these shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. This ain't for Wyoming. Okay.
This is probably not even for Baton Rouge, I'll be telling you.
Boise, just let this one be.
Let this one go.
That, or if you got tech wear, if you're really into tech wear, the Matrix.
I mean, listen, the silhouette itself never really been my big thing. This is a real pretty gradient that they've done here, though. That blue to pink with the purple in between, very good job.
It is nice. This is for those who have more comment karma on Reddit than post karma. You know what I mean? And you know what that means. Guilty. If you're on Reddit, you know what that means. Yeah. If your comment karma is if you see someone with a high karma in comments, they're wearing these.
Yeah, I'm not even exactly sure how to take that, but I feel like I'm supposed to know how to take that.
People know.
I mean, for what it's worth, I like these more than like the current Y2K runner trend of like the thick white mesh with the silver panels, but still
it gives you something more.
Yeah, it's something more. But yeah, I don't know. Also, I'm just now noticing those toes look like super shiny to me. Like I know they're not patent leather, but they almost look like it,
Yeah. Someone took their time buffing that thing.
Yeah, good on them. I mean,
and they're listening to this going, "Thank you, Ryan from Shoe Podcast."
A little bit of attention, finally. Yeah,
literally, no one is talking about the lights about beaming off that thing.
Yeah, you could eat dinner off that toe.
Exactly.
Moving on, some more dunks. These Vomeros that these have been out for a little while now. I remember last shakeback I went to in October. I sent you a picture of these debating if I should get them. Real quick, just touching on it here. I feel like we don't need more of the off-white Air Force One mids. And specifically for me, the Grim Reaper on the back, like,
I don't want to get it.
Almost feels kind of like knockoff-ish. And I don't know if that's just because I now have the Grim Reaper association with Warren Lotus. Because like he got the lawsuit from Nike and he was like, well, I'm just going to do Grim Reapers. And now it to me, you know, and like the curvy air bubble unit kind of giving the like mischief vibe, you know, like it just, if there was anyone who was going to get away with that at Nike, it was Virgil. So I give him that, but it just kind of feels like, I don't know. I'm just kind of, the Air Force One mid was not what we needed for them to have the Canary Jordan 1s on display at the Virgil Museum exhibit that was going around. Do you remember we saw those?
Oh yeah.
And then instead of those to come out with the Air Force One mid is like, come on, you know what the people want.
And then like these like indoor
the rubber track spikes
because they're bricks because they're gonna sit. I just, you know, I'm also just kind of like I didn't know if that was like a huge thing that like people are really tapped in on. Like I remember seeing it the first time and being like, that's interesting. It's not for me, but okay. Mm-hmm. And then now it just seems like it's every Off-White release is just like, we're going to have these. And then I'm also just like, it's not even like you're going to walk on them. I don't get it.
Rubber track spikes. Yeah.
Yeah. I just really just don't get it. I'm ready for this wave to be done. I just feel like when we look back on those shoes, we'll be like, why?
I don't think we will look back on those shoes, you know?
Well, hopefully as a sneaker mistake. Moments of sneaker history must. Yeah. Be like, ooh, probably should have stopped.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Moving on through November, good solid dunks, like between this vintage green, this other green, and this other green.
I really like that, and I'm not a big fan of that all white, but I like that. It is also giving New Balance.
It's giving Aimé Leon Dore 550s, you know?
Yeah, it is definitely giving New Balance 550 for sure. So Nike was just like, wow, people really like an all white with like a just hint of like a easy color.
A faded.
Why don't we do it?
Yeah.
And it looks good.
Yeah.
I think the New Balance 550 also looks really good. So I think this is really clean. I doubt this is hidden. I mean, most anything Nike really doesn't, but
I don't know what dunks are doing these days. It's been forever since I've tried to buy one, it feels like, but maybe.
Yeah. Like, I feel like this would be a good one. Like, I don't think I would really want to, like, go for it, but if I saw it, like, on a shelf, I'd probably be, you know what? I could swipe a card.
Tell you what, November 10th, release day of this episode, it comes out, you're driving around, you're listening to your own voice because you're just a total narcissist, and then you pop by the Quick Politics just to see what they got. They got this on, that could finish your Friday off right there.
I think so. Yeah. On a payday, could be the move.
Let's talk about these wild Terminator highs real quick. Only, if nothing else, to give a quick shout out to Alfred Banks.
Hey, there you go.
Every time I see Terminator, I gotta think of, Slim and Huskies. Doing it. Trying to do it quick. A local pizza chain founded by TSU graduates. Okay, Nashville's. So, never been to Slim and Huskies. Someone let me know about the pizza. I like how funky these are. I feel like without knowing the restaurant or the chain or whatever it is, you know, like I'm kind of missing the reference or the vibe here. But like if this is their vibe, I'm kind of down with it. Good on them to get a Terminator for a pizza place, you know?
Hey.
Tiger Bells. The boys. Yo, these shoes are for the boys.
Hey. What's the what are they called? Like the food challenge to get a pair of shoes. You know what I mean? Like you gotta go
how much
there.
Do you have to eat at this place?
Yeah, and eat like a 32-inch pizza. I don't even know how big that is.
Leave a comment down below if you let us know. You know,
does Nashville have their own style of pizza?
Not that I'm familiar with of like being known for it. There's a place out there called 5 Points, which is a good pizza place, but I don't know that like. I don't know that they're known for their hot chicken. That's their thing. But
yeah,
I don't know about the pizza specifically. Nashville listeners, let us know.
Shout out to the pizza joint getting it over the hot chicken.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah,
we found enough of those. Moving down, some more Adidas. Oh look, another collaborator. Let's give them 3 different models here to try some different colors out. Good on you.
Really
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the one block down to the Mizuno Wave Rider is not something I need.
No, I'm okay.
But I know they'll go crazy because people are into this. I bet this red one's going to be everyone's favorite. Good for you. You know? The Nike Dunk Low Twist, another shoe we don't really need at all.
Yeah.
sorry, not to keep harping on Alfred Banks, but shout out to him. He's going to give us grief for scrolling past all the performance basketball shoes. But listen, if you're out there listening and your name's not Alfred Banks and you want to hear us talk more about performance basketball shoes, leave a comment and let us know. I make no promises that it's going to happen, but it would be good to know if it's something we should at least try a little bit, you know?
Yeah, we'll put it in the pipeline, you know?
Now, what about the Unheard of and the Adidas Rivalry? Tell me about it.
I really like it.
Oh, sneaker news? No page. All right, talk about the thumbnail.
Wow. I really like it. I like the purple. It's too much for me. To really get behind, to be like, yeah, I want this. I honestly wish for the other, I guess, colorway. I don't know if one's friends and family and one's a general release. The more, I guess, khaki one.
Yeah.
I almost wish that was just kind of like a white or a beige.
I kind of wish the floral patterns were swapped. The purple with the blue, the khaki with the white floral pattern, you know?
Maybe that's what I'm,
but
I
think what they did here makes it more ugly, you know? So and
loud and it looks out. So I guess, and that I think it's great. I love it because like when I saw these, I immediately thought of my Mama's couch.
Yeah.
That had that very big floral print draped in what felt like 2-inch thick plastic that I got to sit on twice in my lifetime. Because that was for adults, and even when
we had people over,
even when I thought I was an adult, you stand, or you sit with the kids. Yeah, I was like, what? So I really like that. Like I said, I do wish that one of those was more of a white, but I think they're great.
Yeah, according to Complex here, these came out on Saturday, November 4th. So you already missed if you didn't, but.
Sure did.
Unheard of the Cincinnati store. 1,000 pairs of each colorway comes in special boxes. Wow. So they might be made more pairs than that, but special boxes limited. So
not bad. 2,000 though.
It was one of those ones where I saw it and I was like, this is a Tanner shoe.
I really enjoy it.
We got penny ones. We got some more Dunk Lows. We got what's going to be one of the big SB Dunk Low releases of this month, which is the Tightbooth collaboration with Japanese. I don't know if it's a boutique. I don't think it's a skate shop, but it's maybe like a clothing brand, Tightbooth. But they kind of got, what is it called? Diamond plate from the metal there. And they made the giant swoosh and they've been posting all the videos of them skating it. But I don't know. What are these doing for you, if anything?
I'm getting real Gundam vibes. I don't know why. First time I saw them, I thought real Gundam. I really like it. I think it's a good look. I really like that diamond plating. Almost not like, and the tongue almost like reminds me. It's very like garage. Like it just feels very like hardware.
Yeah.
Like that tongue. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have that lining on the inside of a tool bag. No diamond plating because I ain't, my pockets ain't that deep.
Because Husky and Harbor Freight aren't really putting out a lot of diamond plated stuff,
Yeah, but I really like this. I think it's a good look. It looks very techy. Like I said, I'm getting a lot of like Gundam vibes from it. I love that like just hit of that orange, just that small
tag. That is nice.
Yeah, coming off the swoosh. So I'm a fan of it. It would be interesting to see these like in person as to like how much detail that diamond plating gives off. Like how, is it more of a smooth or is it actually like
it is? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Looks like it's got some texture and some depth to it. Kind of hard to tell from some of the pictures here. Yeah. I haven't really read too much. Oh, that's funny that they mentioned it here. That's my one thing with these is that it does very much look just kind of like a panda colorway, which we've had too many of. But the swoosh has a reflective finish. I'm trying to see if there's anything quickly here that mentions it. No, but yeah.
Boy, maybe at the end of the episode, I'll give what I think will be a sneaker controversial hot take. Maybe.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe.
No, say yes, because that's a good way to keep the listener engagement up. You're going to have to make it to the end of the episode if you want to see it.
Yeah, I think so. People may disagree. I think majority of people would disagree, but they don't want to hear the truth.
So now we're at the point where we've been talking for 25 minutes, and I will talk about the next shoe for 25 minutes because we're finally getting all of the results from the first round of the Adidas Samba Consortium Cup. Not the Samba specifically, but the Consortium Cup, the competition they ran earlier this year in like April or May, I think it was, where a bunch of different boutiques from around the world got a chance to design an Adidas silhouette, and then fans got to go on the app, the Adidas app, and vote for which one they wanted to see come to life. And eventually, as a boutique made it through each round, they progressed to the next, and they got to do a new design. And lo and behold, wouldn't you know it, we have our little guy right here. Sneaker Politics, their take on the Adidas Samba. Wow. Sneaker News, the disrespect. You know what?
For real.
Just for that, I'm doubling down on the ad blocker here. I'm blocking even harder.
I've got another ad block.
Hype Beast gets our attention today. So there it is. This is the Politics and Adidas Samba that's coming out. It's going to be like a week. It's the Saturday after this episode comes out. So Saturday, November 18th. On the day this episode comes out, the 10th, I think they're going to be posting more information about it. But the tentative name that I've seen the guys from Politics throwing around when they post this online is the Luxury Sport, which I think is kind of what it's meant to take a lot of influence from, is sort of like luxury athleisure wear from the 80s with, you know, those bright, vibrant pops, and then the cheetah print and the gold foil where the Samba logo normally is. They have the Politics logo. So, the UK retailer Offspring won the entire Consortium Cup. Good for them. But there's, a lot of the blogs have it wrong, and they say November 15th, but it's November 18th when these are going to come out. But there's really not too much other information on them right now. But I think, if memory serves correct, this is our first local Louisiana collab that we're getting this year.
Wow.
I might be wrong I don't remember if you remember the humidity Vans they did, the mid-century, like the all black, Gore-Tex one? I can't remember if that was late last year or early this year, but
I don't remember.
Outside of that, I think this is the first one we're getting this year, and I am excited, ladies and gentlemen. If all goes well, we'll have an unboxing video of these on our channel at some point. So,
these are pretty. These are, you know what these remind me of, especially like one when I first saw them, which made sense whenever they were kind of explaining that like luxury athleisure. I just feel, listeners, for a moment, please just close your eyes. As long as you're safe, car parked.
Yeah, not driving. If you're listening all on the road. Well, if you got a Tesla, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have a Tesla.
Yeah. Okay. You're on a mountain. Okay. The air is cold. It's crisp. Fresh powder. Okay, has just laid. You've just driven up. You're getting out of your car. Okay, you're at the snow lift, and blaring the insert number one radio hit from 1984. Person comes up in a Lamborghini Countach. Okay, and that door swings open, and they step out in a full head to toe. It's basically like a coverall that they've got, and they got the sickest just 80s hair flowing, just a 80s babe coming out with the Farrah Fawcett wave. She's also, what is that? Matching head to toe couple suit, ready to go shred. You know they're skiing. And that's exactly what I think of when I see this shoe, is just that. I think of just like uber wealth, 80s money, top of like an Aspen ski lodge. And I'm here for it.
George Michael's Last Christmas was the song I heard in my head as you were describing it.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know what you were hearing, but
you leave a comment as to what popular 80s song you heard.
That'll be our Q&A for the week if you're on Spotify. But if you're on YouTube, leave a comment down below and let us know what 80s song you heard in your head. That's the only way we'll know who really listened to this episode. Yeah.
Exactly. And then is the green tongue just... What's the green tongue? You know, they were just wait, yeah.
What's it, or like what is it meant to represent? Look at all that. Look at that macro shot of the suede on there.
Say,
we don't have pictures of Mars as clear as this, you know?
Well, we've never been.
Well, documented or allegedly?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Wake up, people.
Yeah.
Get the kids back.
You know who's got a good picture of Mars? The kids on the moon. That's why we haven't seen it. They won't, exactly. But the government won't let us see the pictures because that would prove that the kids are on the moon.
No, that's why the kids are there. They use the gravitational slingshot of the moon to just fling the next 8-year-old
to Mars.
Yeah,
to get.
And as they go by,
real quick,
with just a Nikon,
but no good signal. That's why they can't make TikToks of Mars.
Yeah. We can send, but we can't. They can't send.
It's
back.
a one way. It's a one way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, if you miss out on your Tightbooth SB Dunks, you can get some Pandas. They're coming back once again.
Yeah.
I will say real quick, they had the LeBron 2 Beast at Shake Back as well.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wild and obviously given the Atmos vibe there, but these are kind of fun. Kind of also given like Fear of God Raid, like that same sort of shape and silhouette, kind of looking like the strap over the top there, just a little bit.
Interesting.
Coming back with the Converse Weapon, the ACG Air Humera, which I think we looked at some other colorways of this last month, and I liked those. Dunk Low Cheetah, Social Status with an absolute chokehold on the Nike Mac Attack. No one else is allowed to collaborate on it. I think they actually have 2 coming out in November,
and we're doing it great.
Yeah, and they've already done 2. These I can't remember if we talked about it at some point or not, but Sean Wotherspoon, Adidas Gazelle, hemp colorway. What are you thinking? Is he getting any better here?
Oh, I mean, I like these. I like these better.
Are we allowed to compare any of his stuff to the Air Maxes? Like, is any of it fair?
No, you shouldn't. I don't think so.
Because that's because when you peak so early, and no disrespect meant, but it's just like
you came out that gate.
Yeah,
dog. You should have known.
But this one,
you should have known that.
Yeah,
I like this one better than
a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I'm not a huge fan of like any like translucent like that midsole kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've never really gotten into it. But I like it. I mean, I like the pattern, the way that the shoe's made.
Mm-hmm.
Hit of color looks good. Is that a cork?
Love a cork insert.
Yeah. So, I like that. I'm not crazy for him, but again, I like him. I like him better than some of his more recent things.
The threads hanging off the side. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I think it should just be, you should just not be able to. It's like when you were in court, and the lawyer's like, look at the 97 like Witherspoons, the Air Maxes, and the judge goes, jury,
overruled.
You must forget that. You must forget that evidence. You saw it. I can't forget it. You're telling me
you legally need to.
Yeah, legally, I'll try to make sure it's not in a conversation. But my mind's gonna drift.
But at my house, best believe I'd be thinking.
Best believe I'm gonna think about it.
I do be pondering.
Yeah. Oh, so late.
More of them. Listen, I'm liking the clogs a lot more than the slides. I don't have any pair of the slides.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Here, interesting thing. I mean, with the clogs, I don't know how much I would like I mean, I know you're real big on it of having the heel
come up the back
slide. Yeah.
I don't know any other way, so I'm just really I'm really enjoying it. So maybe one day,
because I just see the heel and the strap, and I'm just like, I feel like one of these doesn't need to be there.
Yeah. Maybe one day you'll walk a mile in my clogs and you'll know what it's like to be me. Clip it. All right. Moving on. Every now and then I make a joke worth clipping. Air Footscapes.
Walk a mile in my clog.
Are you getting any more on board with these? Here's my thing. Nope. There's one colorway coming out, I think, in November that's going to be on one of these tabs that I like. But the thing that has kept me from getting into them so far has been either the material or the color palette or the style choice. Like the first one, they came out swinging with like the giraffe or the cow print, where I was like, kind of cool, kind of loud. I'm already kind of doing the Atmos thing, so I don't really need this. And for a shoe that has an entirely woven upper, I kind of want that to be the thing and not so much covered in like, you know, giraffe print is like, oh, look at that. And it's woven. Just like let the woven be the thing. And so then seeing them come out with like the leather or the crocodile skin, I don't know what this is meant to be. I'm also just like, I want them to be kind of lightweight and breathable. And so like a leather or crocodile skin upper doesn't do it for me. But I think there's a different one coming out this month that I'll try to find at some point here.
I just see them and I go, no, thank you.
It's fair. It's fair. It's kind of a lot. Now, hang on. I know you've lived a past life as a BAPE guy.
That's true.
Tell me, what about these 30th anniversary?
It's tough because I look at it and I go, there's still the BAPE head in me that goes, BAPE. But then there's the Stan Smith hater in me.
I got two dogs inside of me barking at each other on these. Yeah.
So it might just be the BAPE head taking over, but I look at these and I go, kind of clean.
Listen, tell me though, that 30th anniversary little lace dubre, I could see you styling that. I know you'd put that on the end of a chain or a little pinky ring or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. The BAPE head wins over the Stan Smith hater. I see these and I'm like, ooh, no, does it clean?
Might be it.
Yeah, probably gonna be very, if not just impossible to get because
maybe
BAPE heads go nutty.
I don't know what BAPE's doing these days. Oh, I didn't see these earlier.
No.
There's nothing crazy, but a good colorway, a good simple, just solid clean colorway on the Air Max 1, the University Blue.
Just clean.
Nothing wrong
just
with
clean.
that.
I really like the those dunks on that line.
This one
from Nike to you, yeah.
Yeah, I looked at these earlier, and I tried to read a little bit, and I don't fully understand what the story is here, but they have a little. It's a good colorway, and it's on like the inside of the tongue, the tag that says "From Nike to You."
Yeah, I like them. Just a clean material, you know that.
A lot of leather, shiny leather.
Sure is. You know, I'm an age tumbled kind of guy. You know, but not bad.
Another popular SB Dunk release, if it's going to come out this month, which a little confusing because it's going to come out in November, is the April Skateboards one. Which I love how they just have April on the side of the shoe.
Yeah.
But I like these. I like the style of these. I like how they did kind of what I think Para was the first one that I saw do it on the SB Dunk, where they did the swoosh on the dunk isn't the traditional wraps around to the back, but it's kind of a smaller swoosh on the side.
I do like that.
But icy outsole is going to be a no for me. And then also
tough. Yeah.
If I wanted turbo greens, I would have kept my turbo greens, but I didn't keep my turbo greens, you know?
But for people who didn't get turbo greens,
it's a good one. It's not a bad one by any means.
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's a good look. It's very like casual, athletic kind of look to it with that. I guess like, what was it? Mesh, neoprene, whatever it may be.
It's the mesh on the side.
I really like it.
Hang on.
But
I think they heard you. Oh, the left button doesn't work for some reason. Hold, please.
They saw what Maniere was doing and was like, hold on now.
Sit through the carousel once more. It looks like we got your tumbled leather on the toe there.
There it is. Yeah, I like these. But yeah, icy outsole. Ooh.
Not bad. Yeah. It's a good shoe, just not something I'm going to be going for, I don't think.
Yeah, I think very clean.
Let's see. Now we're kind of getting to it might happen in November, it might not.
Oh, here we go. The McDonald's.
The McDonald's ones? Okay, which one's the best? We got Birdie, Hamburglar, Ronald himself, and Grimace.
Yeah. This is tough because I don't really like the all yellow for Birdie. The black and white stripe is like cool, but it's kind of like, I don't really know. I don't really like Ronald. I don't really like any of them, because like the Grimace, I'm just like, that's a lot of fur.
And they put
that's
the little drink on the toe. They missed the timing with the Grimace shake. They're late on the joke here. Yeah, you know
they really. Yeah, these would have. These would.
I know. Oh, look at the gibbets on the other shoe.
Okay, well,
got
hold
the
on now. You
entire
can make a
Grimace
whole
face.
Grimace face.
But also the furry, listen, they're inside shoes, okay? You can't take them outside. Your feet better be clean before you put them on.
Mm-hmm.
Do we
now,
only get close-ups?
Really?
Okay, no, here we go.
The real question is which set of giblets would you want?
Oh, on the Grimace one?
See, because it's tough because like you got Ronald McDonald. He just has like your basic giblets. So I'm like, he kind of got gibbed.
I was terrified it was going to be his face on the shoe, which would have been absolutely haunting.
It really would.
Yeah.
So but then like the Hamburglar, like that whole thing, like his giblets are tight.
Okay, the little mount, like the hat, the tie.
The hat, like his giblets are cool. So like,
oh, the eyes on the back.
On the back,
Hamburger
with giblets on the strap.
Yeah.
Hamburger
what Birdie has. Let's see.
Oh, she could do the same thing. She got the bow.
Got the eyes.
Her goggles. Okay.
Here's the thing. The Ronald ones to me, the giblets are not exciting enough. And if I'm going to get a red Croc, I'm going to get the Lightning McQueen Crocs, you know? Like, that's the one.
I mean, Birdie's cool because it kind of looks like the feathers, you know?
Yeah.
But then it's like, that's just like yellow ones.
But come on. Look at the
whole Grimace face?
Yeah.
That's dude, could you imagine pulling up to these like at a bonfire?
The Grimace ones?
Let me obviously, this is north of the Mason-Dixon line that you're doing that in.
Right.
And even then, your toes are about to pop off.
They're going to be toasty. So. Yeah. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. And let me tell you what doesn't need to happen, but what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Someone is going to take the cactus plant flea market toys and make them into gibbets and put them on the toes here. It's going to happen and it doesn't need to, but
especially Grimace.
Well,
there was
Grimace, Hamburger, Birdie, and then they did like the little cactus plant flea market guy. Yeah, but not Ronald himself. So, but someone's going to do it.
Yeah. Can we get a Can we get a sneaker check on the Hamburger real quick?
Yeah,
what is he wearing though?
He's got some heat on.
What's he got?
Yeah, good on him. Good on him, Hamburglar.
Yeah,
I think. All right, that's December. No peeking. Don't look. All right, general sneakers. Moving on. General sneakers. Moving on to Jordans here.
Midnight Navies. How
I Met Your Mother. Fan? You learn a little bit about me every day. 5 years of doing this show. I'm
a big we got something to talk about.
Okay. All right. That's the post show. We'll move on to that. Sorry, do you want to talk about these fives? The Midnight Navies?
Tough drop with Maniere. Tough drop.
Yeah, we're gonna get to those, and that's gonna be the other 30 minutes of this episode. The Neapolitan 11s, if you're big on 11s. I know some people are.
Just wait for the Concords.
Okay, real quick before we get into the Maniere. These don't look bad.
They're not terrible.
Kind of remind me of like the Tinker 3s, which are like, if you don't have black cement 3s and don't want to spend the money on black cement 3s, this is a good and fine one to get, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. This is a good one.
It's nice and stealthy. I like these. Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad. Real test is going to be to see how like the material that's on that tongue. It looks real, but not bad. No.
All right. Here we go. Here's the episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Strap in.
The big release of the month and one of the biggest releases of the year, the Maniere Jordan 5s. There's two colorways, a whitish one called Dawn and then a darker black one called Dusk, which when we talked about a few episodes ago, it was either leaks at the time or like stuff we were looking forward to later in the year. We only knew of the black ones coming out.
Correct.
And I am sitting here eating crow because I'm pretty sure I remember saying on that episode, and I stand by it now, I was almost confident that they were not going to put their name on the air bubble, the Maniere branding on the air bubble, because that's so unlike them to be that obvious with their own branding and be like, this is a Maniere shoe, by the way. Like, they're going to do subtle things like the logo on the tongue or like changing the entire like cage netting on the side to be the Maniere. Good enough. I saw the name on the bubble, even more. I was like, still, this is not going to be it, right? But then also the Dawns came out and they don't have it. And I was like, why?
What are we doing?
So, I don't know. That's a lot from my end. Go ahead, talk to me about this release. What are you thinking?
So excited.
Yeah?
So excited. I mean, they are great. Like, when we first talked about it, I really liked that all black pair. Like I said, very much I got a lot of like Paris 5s from it. I really like it. I love the laces. I love the tongue. It breaks up enough of that all black look to make it really exciting. I just geeked over the detail on this shoe.
The A's on the side. Come on.
Are just it's so clever. And then I agree. I don't really care for the Maniere on the bubble, but it honestly looks like something that where I could just take like some like acetone and just
I mean,
take a Q-tip.
You're never going to see it on your own foot, so it
it's not terrible.
Yeah.
And then with that Dawn colorway, now this isn't a women's exclusive, right?
It's not a women's exclusive. It is a women's size run, as all of their collaborations are, but it will be extended women's up to like women's size 17 or something like that.
Okay, so that's what I thought. These are also great. Like the Dawns are also just fantastic. I literally think whichever colorway you end up getting, you're gonna be super stoked for.
That's my question to you. So if you could only go for one, or assuming you are only going for one because you don't feel like spending, like just shy of $500 on shoes at once, which one will it be?
Probably gonna go with the black pair. With this one for sure. I guess Dusk. Would be the one that I would go for. I really like it. I think it looks good. I like the Dawn, but I almost like I think forever ago Jordan had done a Jordan 5, but like a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Kind of exclusive, not collab-esque type thing. And I kind of like that a little bit better than the Dawn 5. So yeah, I would probably go Dusk. Just because, like I said, when those first came out, I was like super hype on them. And still absolutely am.
Now, what do you think about, I know we're not entering raffles for t-shirts here.
Come on now. There's a raffle.
Come on. Has a $3 run fair fee. I'm not paying $3 to enter a raffle for a $50 t-shirt. That's kind of crazy. Shoes, I'm sure, are going to be something else here. But
where we are.
I think what I'm real curious to find out about these is what is the sock liner on these? Because traditionally on the Maniere Jordans, it's been satin, and this doesn't look to be like satin.
No.
So it's cool to see them go a different direction on the 5 than like a lot of their other recurring themes and motifs on their other Jordan collaborations of like, the traditional white and that sort of like purplish Bordeaux colorway that they've been sticking to, which you get it on the Dusk colorway of the 5s. But that's why I was so surprised when the Dawns came out that I was like, whoa, white and like blue. This is very different for them. So yeah, we'll be entering raffles. Here's the thing. I think the Dawn, the white one, I prefer looking at it as a colorway because I worry about the black one, and maybe just more pictures will show it. I worry that you lose a lot of the details on like all the black panelings kind of just like running together. But like this shot kind of makes it look better that you can see some more separation. But I think it's just going to be one of those things that you'll have to see more people get theirs in hand. But I think I would be more likely to wear the black ones than the white ones. So I'm a little torn. I don't know which one to go for here.
I agree. I think it's very easy to be torn on this one. Definitely picking is going to be tough. That's, I guess, more why I ended up going with the black one. It was just kind of the first love. But again, how I kind of started, literally, if it was just like a blind bag and you were like, you're paying for one, whichever one I would be.
Yeah,
exactly. I would be like, yep, I'm super great with whichever one. If I do get to, like, obviously, which one am I going to put a raffle in? I'm going to do the black one.
Yeah.
Now, again, like you said, can't, not dropping $500 on it.
I know. Now, listeners with a keen ear will have the receipts and will say, but you idiots, you doofuses, 40 minutes ago you just said, I don't like when collaborators do multiple silhouettes or just different colorways on the same silhouette in a collaboration. Okay, here's why this one's different. You ready? Shut up. Shut up. This one's different. Okay. This different.
One good.
This one good. And I don't have an argument for it, but shut up. Okay. This one good.
Have you seen the others?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. This good.
Yeah.
Those boring.
So November 17th, from the time this episode comes out, I still have a week to waffle on it and decide which one I want to go for. I think you're right. Either way, couldn't be upset. But all right, let's see. Oh, nope. This is the tab we're on. Okay. We got the Air Jordan 1 High Golfs, aka the Tin Man ones. And a 6 low. My gosh. Jordan 4 Craft, fine. I liked the first colorway of the Crafts better. The ones that kind of look like Tauntaun-ish.
Oh yeah.
The gray and cream ones. We got some 13s coming out. Some 2 lows. The Fear 3s. Talk to me about the Fear 3s.
Not bad. Not bad. I don't really... I'm not a huge fan of these. I don't know if it's the material.
Yeah.
What is that, like a nubuck suede or like a short suede or whatever it may be. I just not a... I don't know. I don't know if it's the normally I'm a big fan of the speckling, but I just kind of see them and I'm like, I'm just not a huge... Again, I don't know why. I get middle school. Like, I just see it and I just think middle school. Like, I just think like these would be really hot in 7th grade. And then outside of that, that's really all I'm seeing. I don't know why.
Well, and I remember, again, everyone take a shot every time I mention Shakeback, but I remember texting you from Shakeback because they had the Fear 3s. And I was like, it's too Halloween to me. Just like black and orange. Every time I see it, I'm just going to be like, oh, Halloween shoe. So. Also
with the, I don't know if it's a leak, confirmation, or whatever of the Dornbrecher. I don't know if I'm saying that right. 3, like the goo or whatever.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Those are somewhere in here.
That'll be next month.
Those are looking good. Yeah. Also, every time I see this one, I'm just like, we have
Chunky
Dunkies. We have Chunky Dunkies at home. Yeah. Chunky Dunky. Yeah. Which I wish it wasn't on that. What's the school that does that navy blue? Georgetown. This is the Dornbecker 3. Yeah. I wish it wasn't on that Georgetown blue, but yeah, the slime theme is still cool and some glow in the dark. Yeah. Okay, all right. Anyways, we're getting far out there. So last little sweep we'll do of this calendar. If anything else jumps out at us, which, come on. You saw Salehi do the strap. You don't need to put the strap on it, okay? Leave it alone.
Yeah, it's okay.
There we go again. Social Status, again, a different Mac Attack. I don't know why they have the exclusive on it, but good for them.
Hey, they're doing it well.
They're doing it well. Let's see. I think that other, it's down here. I'm just checking to make sure nothing else jumps out at me. This is that other Footscape that I was talking about, where it's like, see a suede, but I wish the netting on this one was like a cream or a white, but they're they're never going to win me over. Every time I'm like, oh, you guys almost got it. But this one I kind of like, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it
might just be the right one.
Yeah. Moving. More Vomeros. The I'm in your Jordan 5s. Listeners, check back in with us, December release episode. Set the reminder on your calendar. Make sure we're doing okay. After the I'm in your Jordan 5 release, I get a feeling, call your loved ones, check on them.
Those who laugh the most, cry the most.
Are we actually getting another NOCTA silhouette here? Which
I would imagine. Because I think
Arizona Drive.
I mean, they just had KD doing a whole just flexing that he's a millionaire photo shoot.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, he's cleaning his house that's just covered with money, and I'm like, what?
Well, December. Don't look at it.
Time out. Don't pause.
All right. So I think that's going to do it for our episode tonight. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us. Leave a comment down below. After you let us know what 80s song you were thinking of, your second comment, leave 2 comments down below. Let us know what sneaker from November you are most looking forward to releasing. I think, I don't want to speak for us, but I think we could probably say the I'm in your Jordan 5s are going to be it for us.
Yeah.
So
yeah, obviously,
I think those will be well, and the politics Adidas Samba. Thank you. Yeah. So those two up there.
It'll be a very good month though. Good month though. I think really, and again, I think like the thing that is great about this, I think a lot of really just good looking shoes.
Yeah, for sure.
In November. I like that, like not a lot of heat, like not a lot of like big names that are gonna like crash sites and stuff like that. But I think just a lot of really, really good colorways, real good just to like walk into.
Yeah,
you know, and I like how they're doing it because it's like, hey, you didn't hit on that raffle. You didn't hit on those raffles, right? No. Come on down to your local sneaker boutique and just take a stroll. You'll find something.
There's got to be something here for you.
Yeah, and gosh darn it, I'm gonna.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff available right now. So definitely get out there, look for something that you like, you know?
There you go. There you go. Ryan, I do want to flip it on you though.
Please.
Are we do we get a quick review of the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror?
Ooh, I was supposed to watch it, wasn't I? Thanks, everyone, for checking out another episode of Shoe Podcast. You can find us online at shoepodcast.com, and you can find us on all of the social media sites at Shoe Podcast, everywhere except for where we're not.
I love it. It's just such a good, just like, I feel
it's
like
short
it's
and
like
simple. You can still kind of let the thing roll down there for anyone that wants to see it, but we're done with it. So, man, I did really want to watch it. I did really want to watch it, and instead I watched Ocean's 11, which I think I texted you about.
You did. I mean, I don't want to say you made a better choice, but Ocean's 11 is
for some reason Delta Airlines had Ocean's 11 and not the entire Simpsons Treehouse of Horror.
Ugh.
Put it on them, but they give you the Biscoff cookies, so I still like flying.
That's true. Yeah. I do also love that the only time you branch out and watch new movies is on an airplane, on the tiniest, crappiest screen. Not on your nice TV that you have, like, spent a lot of money building a really nice entertainment center at your house to watch movies you haven't done.
My two favorite things about flying are, one, knowing that, you know, like, I'm going somewhere, whether it's a vacation or we're going to see friends or family somewhere. And two, knowing that as long as it's not a Spirit flight, I'm going to find some random movie that I'm like, oh, The Matrix. I've never seen The Matrix. And I get to text you about it when I land. That's my favorite part of it, is getting to watch some critically acclaimed movie for the first time.
On an airplane. I feel like also too, the last time, not the trip you just took, but the last time you just texted me saying you didn't get to finish it, but on the ride back you did. So you really watched it in
it was like a week delay. Yeah. I don't remember what movie it was either.
I don't remember either. It wasn't anything where like you were losing a lot of watching it that way. No. But that's my favorite thing, is that you don't ask for film recommendations because you're not going to watch it.
No.
But the only way I'm going to get this man to watch The Godfather is on an American airliner.
You better hope one day I have the cross-country Southwest with, like, it's a 4-hour flight, and I'm like, I guess I should watch The Godfather.
Yeah.
But it'll be like
I'll watch The Departed.
Yeah, it'll be that, or like, I could watch Catch Me If You Can for the 6th time this year. I do love that movie.
I'm about to say, that's actually really...
I love that
how
movie.
Good that was. I just recently rewatched it again. Such a good one.
Don't get me started. All
right. Well, movie podcast coming later. Yeah,
there it is.
With our friends Mason and John.
With all our free time. That'd be great.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to leave the people with before we go?
Change your air filters. That's it.
House and car. Really?
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere you got one, change it.
Hey, that little check engine light, the little wrench icon on your car, probably need to change your oil. And if you just recently changed it and the check engine light comes on and you've recently filled your gas, sometimes you didn't tighten your gas cap tight enough. Make sure. Really easy fix.
Now we're turning into an episode of car talk here, so that's going to do it for us. Thank you, everyone, for checking out another episode of Shoe Podcast. We'll be back next week with another one. I'm your co-host, Ryan Landry.
I'm your co-host, Tanner Young.
Stay cozy. Stay away from the mosquitoes.
They're out.